There's no reason to rush a letter like the one Jack Smith sent your dad on a Sunday night delivery unless you as the prosecutor are worried about getting your trial started, getting your trial date, making sure it happens before Fannie Willis down in Georgia. You got your cue in the election lineup before he runs for office. It really is a tell that he sent him that letter on Sunday night. What do you make of it?
100%. I mean, they're going to try to do anything to stop Trump. This talking point that no, they really want to run against Trump. No, that play is a 14th Amendment play. They want to do the insurrection thing like they used from the Civil War days to prevent him from ever being on the ballot. But Megyn, honestly, like at this point, I'm almost used to it. You know, another day, another indictment. We've seen this show before, but what's perhaps even more troubling, even though it's perhaps less personal to me, but it is personal to me as an American, was what we saw this week with the 16 indictments in Michigan, where a radical leftist attorney general is going after people who did what John F. Kennedy did in 1960 and wanted to submit an alternate ballot set. The Democrats have weaponized lawfare. This is what they're doing. I don't know in any other time, maybe other than the Japanese internment camps during World War II, where we seem to have and trying to create a class of political prisoners. You see that with the treatment and the disparity of the treatment of the BLM, Summer of Love rioters versus the January 6th folks. No due process. When the exculpatory evidence comes out, they pretend like it's there. They hid that from the prosecution. They hid that from the defense. Meanwhile, you could do murder, arson, rioting, looting, billions in damage, taking over cities, taking over courthouses, all these things that I was told was insurrection. If you do that in the supposed name of social justice, it's all well and good. It's fine. It's forgotten. Nothing will happen, and nothing did happen. They're trying to make a very defined point. Not only are they trying to go after their biggest political rival, stuff that if it was going on in third world countries, even the Uniparty in Washington, D.C., they'd be going into another war looking for regime change. It's happening in America today. And the people who are willing to call it out, they want to throw in jail. This is scary stuff. I mean, this is not, I like to get up there and rant and talk about these things and make fun of it. This is something you can't even make fun of anymore because they're not even pretending to be decent anymore. They're not even pretending to not weaponize these things. And, we could talk for hours about just look at the disparate treatment between what they tried to do to me with the fake Russia hoax and what Hunter Biden gets to do for a decade.
Right.
I have a feeling it'd be treated differently, Megyn. Just a little bit.
I have the same feeling. No, the cases are scary because while politically, I think they're helpful to your father's run, his candidacy, legally, there's risk for sure. There's risk. And given your dad's age, it actually could be a life sentence if this guy, Jack Smith, manages to get him in front of a DC jury in particular. It's not that I like the legal case. It's just that if he can get past, motion practice and get it in front of a DC jury, they went, 97% for Joe Biden in DC? I mean, he actually could be behind bars.
Fair. I don't think it's going to be fair. And by the way, that doesn't include, what if we racked up to the charges even prior to the other Jack Smith stuff, 450 years. I know my dad is a young and vibrant guy. No one's going to ever accuse him of being low energy. But I don't know. I'm not sure anyone can. Not even Donald Trump can wait that one out. But that's their intention. I mean, think of how insane that is. And again, the same
how do you feel about it as the son? I mean, I know you believe in your dad and you believe that he'll, I presume, prevail. But you got in the back of your mind be concerned.
I mean, honestly, it's crazy to say it because it's almost hard to believe. And I think unless you've sort of been in that, I mean, they tried to do it to me, right? The Russia. You remember well. I think I spoke with you back in the Fox News days about it at the time. And my lawyers, you can't go on TV and defend yourself. They'll use it against you. They're trying you for treason, a crime punishable by death. And, these weren't like clowns in the media, and there's plenty of them, most of them. But this was like the head of the Intelligence Committee saying this daily, publicly. But, after a while, though, and again, it's hard to sort of rationalize because I understand that it's not a normal human emotional response. But when you've been sort of backed in that corner for 7 years now, when you've been prodded endlessly, it's fight or flight. And I just decided to fight. And so I guess it's different. I don't even think about it. It's like, oh, like I said earlier, another day, another indictment. Like, I get it. It's real. But what they want is they want you to crawl into a corner and die. They want you to get in the fetal position and suck your thumb and cry for mama. And guess what? If you do that, they're not going to go any less on you. That's just the first sign that they've got you, and they're going to go harder. And so, we have no choice. We got to keep fighting. And I think, all of America has to do the same, because everything that you hold near and dear, everything that we value, our freedoms, our basic rights, they're all on the table for the Democrats. And again, Megyn, the people that I've listened, screeching about democracy for the last 6 or 7 years, when, we had a booming economy, when we were ending wars, when we were energy independent, all of the things that those people are strangely silent now. The silence is deafening. It's almost like it's just a BS talking point. And that's what it is, because otherwise they'd be pretty vocal about this, because they have been when the same has been done in the banana republics around the world. They've been very vocal about it, but we've turned into that banana republic. And I imagine we were there quite some time ago, but it took Trump to bring it out. You see, we have a commander-in-chief that, a challenging thing is like walking up a flight of stairs, and it's totally normal. It's fine. It's lunacy, but we're living it.
These are very dark days, and I mean they're rushing to get their indictments in so that they can make sure he faces a jury before the election. It just tells you everything you need to know. And yet that doesn't mean that they won't prevail in front of these juries in particular. Can I ask you quickly, how's he doing on the law front, on the lawyer front? Because there was a BS period where he struggled to get the top-notch talent because of the Alan Dershowitz effect, where Dershowitz, who defended Bill Clinton in his impeachment proceeding, then defended your dad because he defends the Constitution. It's not he's open that he doesn't vote for your dad, but he defended him at the... Yeah, he's a Democrat. So there was this sort of cascade of lawyers who were like, I don't want to get the Alan Dershowitz treatment where I can't get clients, or I get smeared, or I can't get a seat at Martha's Vineyard, whatever it is. So is that turning now that Trump's up 30 points in the polls and, the indictments are pouring in?
Yeah, not really. I mean, I think, I'm actually very happy with the legal team right now, but no, that is a challenge, right? These people who want to do that, there are people in these firms who still believe in the Constitution, but they understand that if they do that, their other clients will disappear. The DC lobbyist crowd will stop using them to do that work. They're not, even if they believe in the cause, they're not going to take or risk the political capital of even being associated with, even if it's sort of like a dream case for a constitutional lawyer. And so, no different than cancel culture everywhere else, there's a very palpable attempt to prevent you from, you got to be, I guess Trump's going to have to use a public defender type of thing, because even if you want to, even if you're going to pay for the best talent, they're not going to touch it, not because they don't believe in it, not because they wouldn't want to, but because they know it's the end of their career. It's sort of like the people in medicine who were like, you know what, did we ever think maybe the Wuhan virus came from the lab in Wuhan that studies the exact virus that we've been funding through the NIH? And of course it did, Megyn. Like, when was that ever not the most plausible answer? And yet, it didn't matter.
Summer is about enjoying the outdoors. It's also a time for water fun. How nice would it be for you and your family to enjoy a swim spa in your own backyard? Think of it. Putting a pool in could be overwhelming, a hassle, not to mention very expensive. And a lot of yards would not be ideal for one. But a swim spa, now we're talking. That's the perfect alternative. A Michael Phelps swim spa by Master Spas will transform your backyard into a year-round oasis. You can swim, relax, and exercise all in one. Not only does a Michael Phelps swim spa by Master Spas provide fun for the fam and your friends, but it's also a great way to stay active, improve your fitness, and de-stress after a long day. Michael Phelps swim spas by Master Spas have a water current, so you can swim in place and do your favorite aquatic exercises. They come in a variety of sizes to complement almost any yard. Installation can take less than a day, and since it's heated, you can use it year-round in any climate. Michael Phelps swim spas are 100% made in the USA by Master Spas, the world's largest swim spa manufacturer. Go to masterspas.com, put in the promo code MK to save $1,000 on a Michael Phelps swim spa or $500 on a Master Spas hot tub. masterspas.com, promo code MK. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.